In today's video, I've got 5 facts about Tengen Uzui from the series Demon Slayer / a character analysis video. We will be going over Tengen's bio, personality, his breathing style, and more.
I like it! Sounds dramatic! Come on, show me!
Now, if you enjoy these fact videos, make sure to smash the like button and share this video with a fellow fan of the series. For more weekly anime character fact videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you do not miss a video. As always, a quick warning that there will be spoilers, so just a heads up. Anyway, with that being said, grab yourself a beverage, let's roll intro and get straight into the video. Today's video is sponsored by Another Eden, the cat beyond time and space. Link to download is in the description below. So here it is, the Chrono Cross crossover story Complex Dream is available now. Written by Masato Kato, the brilliant story writer for the Chrono series and Another Eden. With beautiful music overseen by Yasunori Mitsuda, the man behind the Chrono series soundtrack. Did you know Chrono Cross was first released on November 18th, 1999 in Japan and in the year 2000 for North America? It was developed by Square, now of course known as Square Enix, and is the sequel to Cross Trigger, which critics stated was up there with the greatest video games of all time, which, to me is pretty impressive, right? This game brings you content you can play for hours. All free players will be able to enjoy free story content that is filled with exclusive stories and features all inspired by the crossover IP. Now, you can add crossover characters to your roster by simply playing. Playable crossover characters are not locked behind a paywall or gacha, which is a win for me, don't know about you. So, by playing crossover content, you can obtain these characters. The game is also not time limited, meaning that content can be played anywhere at any time with no time limited events. The absolute beauty of this game is that you can relive that classic Chrono experience not only through the story writing of Masato Kato and the music overseen by Yasunori Mitsuda, but also through the unique Chrono mechanics such as New Game Plus, multiple endings, and much more. Now, I'm super excited about this one and I hope you are too. The link to download the game is in the video description below. Tengen is one of the major supporting characters in the second season of the Demon Slayer series and is one of the pillars, the Sound Hashira to be exact. Tengen made his debut in episode 21 of the anime and chapter 44 of the manga. Tengen is 23 years of age and his birthday is on October 31st, aka Halloween. Appearance-wise, Tengen is an absolute tank. He is super tall, standing at 6'6", and has a strong, muscular build, weighing 209 pounds. His hair is white in color and an uneven length that is worn in a ponytail under a white head wrap that has a grey headband with gemstones in it, as well as 2 chains of smaller gemstones that hang from either side of it. His eyes are a purple-like color, and over his left eye he wears red makeup. Attire-wise, Tengen wears a sleeveless version of the regular Demon Slayer uniform with burgundy cloth strapped around his lower legs that his trousers are tucked into. 2 huge-ass gold rings around his arms and wrists, and 2 blue fingerless gloves. After our man retires from the Demon Slayer corpse due to injury, he wears his hair down with an eye patch covering the missing left eye, a blue yukata, and a black haori. I think I said that right. I probably didn't. I really struggle with that word. Now, there is really only one word that describes Tengen's personality or character, if you will, and that is flamboyant. Tengen is really out there in a way that just works for him. He even went as far as proclaiming that he was God in front of Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, which was a really funny moment in my opinion. He is just really flashy in almost everything he does, and that is also represented in his appearance. He does have a really laid back and carefree side to him, but this side of him is really only on show to those who are close to him, which in this case, I'll use his 3 wives. Yes, 3 wives, sorry Zenitsu, those being Makio, Suma, and Hinatsuru. For me, a really awesome trait to his personality is how Tengen will maintain a confident front even in the most dire situations, which reminded Tanjiro of Rengoku. I like this because Tengen looked up to and respected Rengoku, but to, some point a little too much, as he would often compare his own abilities to that of Rengoku's. This leads us, of course, to the somewhat inferiority complex that Tengen has. He even declared and denied that he was not born with natural talent and that he will never become as great as Rengoku, despite this guy being a pretty badass dude. And it's just amazing that we get to see this journey of, meeting someone for the first time and then seeing their true person shine through as we get to know them more. For me, Tengen felt like a character that, as we read or watched more of him, the more we kind of gained his trust as viewers and we started to see what he was all about. Like, we first met him and he was this seemingly arrogant and flashy individual, but as the series progressed, we saw a man that harbors such a regret for the lives he could not have saved. A man that is having a constant inner battle with himself, all whilst putting up a front so that the people who he cares about feel safe in situations where their lives are at risk. Tengen is just a real class act in my opinion. Tengen's Japanese voice actor is Katsuyuki Konishi.
Nurui ne.
He has voiced other characters such as Shuhei Hisagi in Bleach, Captain Ginyu from Dragon Ball, Laxus Dreya in Fairy Tail, and more. Tengen's English voice actor is Ray Chase.
That's impossible! Not even a Hashira has ever crossed paths with him!
He has voiced other characters such as Roswaal in ReZero, Eren Kruger from Attack on Titan, Sukuna in Jujutsu Kaisen, and more. Despite what Tengen thinks of his abilities, the guy is absolutely amazing. He is a tank when it comes to strength, as he is one of the physically strongest Hashira. His speed and reflexes are insane, as he is also the fastest of the Hashira. And skill-wise, the guy could stand up to upper rank demons such as Daki and Gyutaro, who had both fought and killed Hashira in the past. His past shinobi training made Tengen skillful and heightened his senses that, we'll definitely talk about in just a second. Now, as one of the Hashira, his swordsmanship is amazing. He is one of the most skilled and powerful swordsmen in the Demon Slayer Corps. He wields dual Nichiren cleavers that themselves are described as flamboyant, which, let's face it, suit this guy incredibly. The two swords are amber in color and held together by a metal chain at their hilts. As well as these cleavers, Tengen utilizes anti-demon bombs and wisteria-laced kunai. I kind of think of him as like the Commando of Demon Slayer. If you guys know Commando. Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. Classic. So, back to his senses. Just like Zenitsu, Tengen has a heightened sense of hearing, which he has combined with his own sound breathing style to make a technique called musical score. Musical score is where Tengen will analyze the rhythm of his opponent's movements and attack patterns. By doing this, he can pick out the repeating rhythms and will attack his enemy between the beats in that rhythm. Now, the downside to this technique is that it can take a while to completely analyze the movements of his opponents. So, Tengen uses sound breathing, which is his own created style that combines his heightened hearing, the musical score technique, his shinobi training, and his use of anti-demon bombs and kunai. The forms we have seen him use are as follows. First form, Raw, Tengen will lift his swords above his head and slam them to the ground with insane force, which will create an explosion when timed with his bombs. Fourth form, Constant Resounding Slashes, is where Tengen will hold his swords apart and then spin them with rapid speed in unison while releasing his anti-demon bombs. So the swords act as a defense against enemy attacks, while the bombs are a form of offense at the same time. Fifth form, String Performance, Tengen holds his swords in a reverse grip-like style and spins one of the swords using the chain that connects them. Again, bombs will be thrown into this form to add more explosive damage to his opponent. Okay, let's finish this video off with some trivia about Tengen. So, Tengen's original design was quite different from what we got, as he was a lot thinner and way less muscular. He had half of his face covered in bandages, and he also wore sleeves. As the author said, Tengen didn't want his arms to get sunburn. Tengen is also one of the only known demon slayers, and Hashira for that matter, that retired due to injury rather than being killed on duty or because of old age. As well as this, he and Inosuke are the only known demon slayers to use dual Nichiren swords instead of one. Now, Tengen has quite the crazy backstory, as he had 8 siblings, 3 of which died because of their father's training, and the remaining siblings were all pitted in death battles with one another while wearing masks. Tengen actually killed 2 of his brothers, and once he realized, he became enraged, understandably, and approached his father about his insane ideals. Tengen's brother then killed 2 more of their siblings, which left him and Tengen as the only survivors. After these events, understandably, Tengen turned his back on the clan and left with his wives. Now, this one is really interesting, as we have Tengen's thoughts on the other Hashira. So, starting with Shinobu, she is earnest, a flamboyant, and has an easy deliverable type of butt. I like that. You think it's nice type of butt, but it's not. What it is it's basically, it's an older Japanese term for basically stating that Shinobu would give birth easily, and it's said to be an old type of compliment, though it sounds really weird. Now, Muichiro, he says he's always in a daze, young and quiet. Obanai, he is fastidious and too serious. His eyes are so flamboyant. His left and right eye color are different. I'm jealous. I like that. For Gyome, he says, this is the first time I've ever seen a guy whose height was bigger than mine. He's ridiculously strong. Damn straight he is. For Giyu, he says so gloomy. He always looks like he's at a funeral, and it's depressing. It just sums him up perfectly. For Rengoku, he says so flamboyant. He's more self-reliant than me. He's an extremely good guy as well. For Mitsuri, he says she's a weird woman, is flamboyant when she gets angry, and again has an easy deliverable type of butt. So yeah, same as the first one, but yeah, nice. Finally, we've got his thoughts on Sanemi, which is he's dangerous. He has a bratish side still. But there we go. Thank you so much for watching my video. 5 facts about Tengen Uzui from the series Demon Slayer. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button and share this video with a fellow fan of the series. For more weekly anime character fact videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a video. As always, a huge shout out to Warwick, Animator22, Brian, Blake, Andrew, BS Tuna, Kivase, Chris, Estau High, Zintac, and Brother Gray for supporting me on Patreon. Don't forget to head on over there now to check out what rewards are on offer now. But that is it from me. Till next time, my fellow weebs. Peace!